I have with me Mr. Prithviraj Chavan. He's the former Maharashtra Chief Minister. He's joining me on the telecast live with live at this point of time. Now, Prithviraj Chavan, you know, big celebrations that are at this point of time being played out across the country, across the length and breadth of the country. How are you and your family and colleagues celebrating this momentous occasion?
Well, it was indeed a great moment for India's science. I mean, every single one of them who have been associated, scientists and engineers of ISRO and other organizations that contributed to this massive project need to be complimented. It's an onward march of India's science, and we demonstrated what Indian scientists and engineers can do. We watched the last 2 hours with our family continuously. It was a proud moment, and particularly for me, because as a member of the India Space Commission, I was associated with ISRO in a very personal way for 6 years, from 2004 to 2010. I visited every single facility of the Indian space program. As I did of the Indian Atomic Energy Program, I witnessed several launches from Sriharikota. And many of the scientists who are now today leading the organizations and various labs have been personally known to me. So for me, it was a proud moment. I remember in 2008 when I was MOS in Prime Minister's office and I was handling space for Prime Minister and also as a member of the Space Commission. First project for Moon was the Moon Impact Probe, which planted the Indian flag on the lunar surface. Then we had Chandrayaan 1, which discovered water. Chandrayaan 2 we had sanctioned. It of course flew during the present government's time. Unfortunately, it was not a complete success, but we learned a lot of things from Chandrayaan 2, and now Chandrayaan 3 made up for all those mistakes or whatever had to be learnings that we got from the earlier programs was very useful. So it is indeed a very proud moment for Indian science. It is a proud moment for India's all Indian, 140 Indian people.
Absolutely. You know, now that India has achieved this landmark event, you know, an unthinkable one, prior to the landing that took place just a couple of hours ago. Now the world is looking at what next is India going to be capable of doing. Now, we've spoken about the Gaganyaan mission that is going to be launched in the coming years. Prime Minister spoke about the Aditya L1 mission that is going to explore the solar surface. Now, do you think India is now at a position to lead as a global space power?
Well, I think we have made, our space program has grown by leaps and bounds. We are undoubtedly in the first 4 countries in the world. I mean, nobody challenges that. Now, there is a competition, how much money you can spend. We don't spend much on our science, but if you start spending more, we can also improve our position from maybe current 4th or 5th to maybe 3rd or 2nd. But it's not a question of ranking global, but what benefits that we derive from these public funded programs, what benefits to Indian industry that we derive. Now that the current government has opened up the space program to private sector, many of these projects will be realized in the private sector, maybe at a much more cost-effective way. But I think also, let's not forget that there is a component of space program which feeds into India's defense program, the rocketry program, the missiles and all that. So there's very close linkages between the two. Although we try to separate, there's a firewall between the civilian program and the military program. There is, of course, the knowledge flow is there. And whatever we developed in our civilian program also helps us in our missile program and our rocketry program. I think it's a great day, in short, and of course, it's only part of the mission, though. When the rover starts roving on the moon surface and collects data, it will be still another story. I think we'll lot more to write about.
Yeah. Now, sir, also, would you again be glued on to your screens, because we are anticipating that when is our Indian flag going to be planted on the surface of the moon, on the south pole of the moon? No, I think another hour or so that is left. There is still speculation as to when the command is going to be given by the command center at the ISRO headquarters to the lander, and then the rover is going to be deployed. the rover is going to descend. So, are you again are you excited enough to be then watching it on your television screens as it happens?
Yeah, we'll of course watch it along with all our friends and colleagues. It will be a great moment, just like India winning the cricket World Cup or India winning a hockey gold medal in the Olympics.
But do you think this is much bigger in magnitude as compared to a cricket match or a hockey match?
No, let's not compare. But those are individual efforts, and sometimes a team effort of maybe 20 people. But this is a much massive effort of tens of thousands of people. So that scale is totally different. But every single achievement by every Indian, world-class achievement, a global achievement, a ranking coming first in the world, the javelin throw, when we won the javelin gold. Although it was an individual effort of one athlete, made every single Indian proud. So I think these are the moments to celebrate. When somebody wins an Oscar in the films or some song won an Oscar in the film, it's a great thing for every Indian was proud, because this is a different scale and magnitude, because tens of thousands of people have collaborated together, and every single sub-assembly had to function exactly the way it was designed to. You just could not afford failure of any component, any single integrated circuit, any simple screw or any pipeline leaking. Nothing could be accepted. Something went wrong in Chandrayaan 2. We learned a lot from that. But now, nothing went wrong. Everything happened exactly as was planned. That is very important. Only great nations which have a great history of space faring and atomic programs and all that are able to do that. And we have reached that select club of a few countries which are able to demonstrate our capability in space and as in nuclear technology. So we're very proud. I'm personally very proud, having been associated with the space scientists and atomic scientists for 6 long years from 2004 to 10.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Prithviraj Chavan, for joining us on the telecast.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.